don't want to use.
What does financial mean? Does that mean they're going to assume the position of like treasurer?
No, so they would maintain the. Yeah.
All right, the last one, okay?
Okay.
So they would they would maintain the books. So like they would prepare our financial statements. They would help us.
There was a question I was gonna.
Yeah.
We
So
were gonna discuss
they
anyway.
they would they'll help us. They'll help us identify contractors if we need. So like if we need we needed a lawn care, like a community lawn care to take care of the community property. If we weren't using Blue Ridge, for example, they would help us identify contractors and then help kind of negotiate that through that process. So that was one thing. They will maintain they will do basically the financial statements that we do each meeting. They will submit them to us ahead of the meetings. They will not be here to go through them. And then they will run the meetings. What else was there?
So they're not treasurer.
They'll do, yeah. I like, personally, I was sharing with the board, that I want, they added, and they will house our records.
Yes.
So it won't be in somebody's home.
Yep.
They have their own storage outside, where we have access to it, but I thought that was a great benefit.
Correct.
And I liked that they did that.
All digital.
They listed out all of the prices, so for instance, if we wanted to keep doing our own minutes there, we don't have to go with them to do the secretarial support part, but the fact that they are willing to provide financial statements every time that we meet, send out, they do the correspondence between the community. I like that they would take over the correspondence between homeowners. I thought that was a great benefit. So that nobody has to get upset or.
Yeah. So they also
It's more.
will handle dues.
Objective.
They will handle dues.
Yes.
So
Handle dues, the
give
annual
people the
dues,
opportunity to pay dues at
through a third party, so.
yeah.
In a lot of ways, I really liked what Army has, not just with the inspections, but the fact that they do provide a financial. They are able to do an audit, but they don't do the audit themselves. It's, from what I understand, from what I read.
Correct. So they
so that is an expense that if we wanted, we would take on.
well they'll help
They
us
would
identify. They help us. What they'll do is they'll help us identify
association would pay
companies
for it.
that do audits, and then we would then contract that company separately. They did say that a financial audit for a community of our size that's gated, private roads, and has rain gardens, which apparently that's a thing. I didn't realize that he specifically
Yes,
asked me about them.
So,
He said his best guess would be about $3,500 for a financial audit. So
Audit or reserve study?
3,500?
or I'm sorry, reserve study.
Reserve
Reserve
study,
study.
because the audit will be
An
done.
audit
Reserve,
as well.
sorry, reserve study.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry,
So,
got more words mixed up there.
A comment on the termination.
Sure.
Yes, it automatically renews at the end of 2 years, and that's
So what
when
happens?
we have the option. However, there is a termination clause that the Article 11, and it just basically says if they screw up, or if we mutually agree to part ways, we can do that. So if they're not performing to the contract, we can cancel it. Yeah,
Right.
so it is here. So there is an out. Now, if we just, don't care for them, that's different. But if they're not following their contract, we do have an out. So I think that's important.
Yeah. So they will pay contracts. So we will not necessarily be on the hook to pay contracts. This is all included in their monthly fee, right? So they don't charge us extra to pay
and our monthly
contracts.
fee is
Where's the month?
$350 a month.
Where's that listed? I guess I didn't catch the monthly fee
Because I
in here.
remember writing it out. But
I
this is
remember
what I
it
got
was in an
out of
email,
this.
but I didn't.
That was my email. So yeah, I was like, this is what I got out of it.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I think it's in the email.
Oh, here it is. Here it is, under
No,
Article
it was-
10.
Yeah, it was in there because I remember.
Article 10,
And that's why I pulled it out.
10.01.
I put it in.
That's
There,
where it
it's right
is.
here.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
So that's right, when I said
That one says
minimum
blind.
monthly.
Oh, that's because the
per
covenants
month.
only, I think.
And then the
they
3%.
Oh, yeah, if
charge
you're looking-
more.
Remember, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I put in the email, and then
Okay.
the increase,
Correct. If you're looking in the
3%.
yeah, if you're looking in the covenants only, it is more because basically the more
Yeah.
of their services we use,
The-
the better the price is.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So here, on the, when we had the financial, it's 350,
Yep.
but then the inspections cost less.
but
And if we
it-
just go
when-
with the with the inspections, they cost more and there's no routine
Right.
charge.
But with the knowledge that they will increase 3% annually.
Yes.
Until expiration of this
Of
contract,
this
which is in
contract,
2
so
years,
it's
and
good.
you can renegotiate.
Right, so